And I just did the what? What? I didn't even understand what anything. I go, so just ignore my. All right. Well, hello there, and welcome to Husker Online Postgame Live. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, Robin Washett for the next hour plus. We'll take you through Nebraska's 21-17 loss to USC. But before we get to that, we're brought to you by our official beverage sponsor of the program, Zipline. Make sure you get out the Zipline Tap and Grill in Fallbrook. They've launched their new fall seasonal menu. It features many of your favorite comfort foods like chili, cinnamon rolls, pulled pork sliders, mac and cheese, pot roasts, and everything. They also have the classics like burgers and prime rib cheesesteaks and the award-winning beers. It's just 5 minutes from downtown Lincoln. Skip the Haymarket traffic and parking. It's great for groups from people from 2 to a dozen. Enjoy the fire pit patio or lounge TVs for all the Husker football and volleyball games. Visit ziplinetapandgrill.com for reservations or to go orders. But guys, let's get into it. We got a lot to discuss. Huskers kind of squander a big opportunity here. You get USC out of Los Angeles to come to Lincoln, Nebraska on November 1st for a blackout night game, 38 degrees by the time the game ended.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all staged up for this Steven Spielberg Hollywood script.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it just, again, I mean, I felt like the key moment, it was 14-6.
Okay.
And if they could have just got it to 17-6, I just think everything changes and they just couldn't make that next move.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiola injury happens, to Dylan's ankle, Pritchett's injury happens. You squander the 2 timeouts in the third quarter, which are big in a game like this. Mm-hmm. And it just, you could feel it. USC's offense was coming. They had the running game figured out.
Yeah.
And it just was too much. And, without Dylan Raiola, Nebraska's offense became extremely limited, and the Huskers fall 21-17.
Yeah. So you're talking about that key moment in the third quarter, kind of midway through the third quarter. Dylan was limping on the sideline. He had hurt his ankle, right? And yeah, they had a 4th and 1 Nebraska at USC's 34. And you wonder at that point, should you go for it? Rhule said getting points at that point made sense. Mm-hmm. That seemed like the thing to do. I agree with them. And Kyle Cunnan's 52-yard field goal just clanged off the crossbar. So yeah, and then so it's still 14-6. It quickly became 14-14. The teams went back and forth, and Nebraska just didn't have the firepower really without Dylan.
7 second half passing yards.
Oh God.
5 of 7 passing for 7 yards for TJ Lateef.
USC had 78 in the second half. That was the difference. Both teams ran it fairly equal. A plus 71 advantage for USC in the passing.
It's a lot to ask of Lateef. Like, it's interesting looking at Lateef out there. He's pretty small. Then you look across the line of scrimmage, and there's so much length and athleticism. People kind of built this Lateef storyline up with what he did against Houston Christian, with what he did against Akron. You have to, in those moments, project him facing Big Ten teams. Mm-hmm. It's a different world. And what he saw across the line of scrimmage was a different world than what he encountered in those earlier games. So I'm not putting it on Lateef. It's a lot to ask of him. I would say this, though, guys, and I'm interested in a lot of your thoughts. I'm not going to give them a lot of slack on these injuries. Nobody gave Bo Pelini slack when he was down to number 3.
Ron Kellogg.
Yeah, we don't do that. You got to win with number 2. You got to win with number 2. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wonder, if they got too conservative, and maybe there's a reason for that. But it looked like the offense became completely one-dimensional, which, again, in that situation, you want to lean on Emmett, but at some time you become predictable. And I think that's what happened down the stretch, where they had zero threat of a vertical passing game, where they took some shots, but they were just kind of 50-50 prayers down the sideline. That was basically the extent of Nebraska's downfield passing game. And that was even with Dylan on the field as well. I mean, he had 91 yards passing. That's not act like he was lighting it up either. No. So, I think that was kind of, we talk about how much they needed to lean on Emmett, and clearly 29 carries, 165 yards.
Great.
He was fantastic, but they needed more. You needed more balance. You needed to put points up. And I go back to, like Sean said, that decision to go for it, 4th and 1.
34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line. They went up to the line of scrimmage. They had Heinrich Harburg go under center, and they tried to draw him off. When they burned the timeout, and they decided to kick the field goal. And I know Rhule said that he wanted points, but let's think about this now. Kyle Kunanen hasn't made a field goal longer than 40 yards since the season opener. He's missed 2 of his last 3. He hadn't made one over 50 since the opener. He's missed 2 of his last 3 from 40 and out. So, I mean, like, long field goals have not been a strong suit for him. And so to lean on him in that situation, when you have the opportunity to take further control of the game, keep your offense on the field with a running game that's averaging almost 5 yards per carry, with a running back that's having the game of his career, I think in retrospect, maybe if they make the field goal, you're not as hard on it. But the fact that they took that risk and didn't lean on what had been their biggest strength of the game, I think that's certainly fair to question, especially with the fact that it cost them the game.
I want the field goal, obviously, but I would have liked about 8 more yards to help it. And give the ball to Emmett on 4th. I would have liked to see Emmett get the touch on 4th down there, because you were moving USC all night. Yeah. They were getting a push, and maybe they don't score a touchdown, but if you get that ball to the 26, that's a made field goal. But it is what it is. I mean, the game was decided on explosive plays. USC guys had 13 explosive plays. Nebraska had 6. And USC had
define explosive
runs of 10 plus yards. USC had 10. Nebraska had 5 passes of 15 plus yards. Nebraska had 1. USC had 3. And this is on the official stats. They call them the big plays, but explosive plays. So they were outgained on what were considered passes of 15 plus, runs of 10 plus, 13-6.
So that, I thought Nebraska did a good job against Jaden Maeva, who was 9 for 23 for how many yards?
135.
135.
Probably his worst game of the year.
Yeah, Nebraska, I thought, defended that part of the game well, but man, USC's running game crushed them. I mean, that USC ran for 2.
That was concerning.
USC ran for 200 here.
202.
202. 202 on 38 carries. That's 5.3 a crack. King Miller's their number 3 running back. He's playing because their top 2.
Think about that. That's their 3rd string back.
He's playing
$129.
Yeah, because their top 2 guys are hurt. Now he looks good. Yeah, 18 for 129. That was the disappointment, how easily they were getting yards on the ground.
Chunks.
Maeva went back-to-back plays where he got 16-yard runs.
Yeah, Maeva ran it well, too.
Maeva had an 11-yard carry, a 17-yard carry, a 16-yard carry, and a 16-yard carry. His previous 2 games combined, he had 1 true rush.
Right, so they
brought him out.
That was kind of a wrinkle, right? Kind of a wrinkle.
The way Nebraska was not respecting the zone read.
Well, what Rhule said, Sean, was Nebraska was chasing the counter. And when you chase the counter, you're susceptible to the quarterback run. That's what was going on. And so tip your cap to the Trojans. I mean, they run a good counter. You have to respect it, and that leaves the quarterback open. We knew that. We knew going in. I said to you guys all week, USC's offensive line's good. They're athletic. So it's not just inside zone, outside zone. They run gap scheme and they pull guys. And you know what? You saw it. You saw that. They really opened lanes. And see, that's why I don't play this game too much of moral victory. Well, nobody's doing that. Or, they kept it close. You give up 200 yards rushing on your home field. I mean, I don't feel a lot of, I'm not going to give the home team
in a 60-snap game.
Yeah, I'm not going to give the home team a lot of grace here.
You can't look at the total yards in this game because it was only a 60-snap game. So Nebraska plays a lot of 60-snap games in the Big Ten, so you're not going to get 400 or 500 yards. It's like an NFL game. I mean, when you run 60 snaps versus 80 snaps, then all of a sudden those 13 big plays. So 13 of USC's 61 snaps were plays of explosion.
Yeah, I have a regret in my column already. I didn't think it was I didn't think it was Lincoln Riley's best game as a play caller off the hoof, but now as we're talking about, pretty good. pretty
Well,
good.
well, think about it though. The way they had that much effectiveness running the ball, and criticism around Nebraska is Dane doesn't commit to the run game. We could probably say the same thing about Lincoln Riley. They probably could have ran it even more than they did with the success they were having. Go back to that opening drive or that drive where they got it inside the 10. They just run it down Nebraska's throat, then throw it 3 times.
3 straight times.
Field goal.
Right.
I mean,
that's what I meant.
And after the game, I thought Lincoln Riley had an interesting comment. He said they kind of dared us with the way that they played to continue to run the ball and run it well. So basically, Nebraska was giving up defending the run because they were so concerned with limiting USC's downfield passing game.
And they did a good job on on Lemon.
Yeah, outside the flea flicker, they didn't get anything through the air.
Yeah, Mekhi Lemon finishes with 2 catches for 18 yards. Lemon had 48 catches coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska did a good job of Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane. 2 catches for 22 yards for Lane. Those are their guys. I mean, Tanook Hines is a good player, but Lemon and Lane are their guys. Nebraska held them down. They did not hold the running game down. So Nebraska loses for the 29th straight time to a ranked team. That's a streak, a god-awful streak that dates to 2016. Sean, that's 29 straight losses to a ranked team. This, again, Sean, you opened a show and you're right. They had a game here that was kind of
staged up.
It was staged up really well.
There for the
USC,
taking.
as we saw, isn't an overwhelmingly great team. They don't look like a playoff team to me, frankly.
No.
They're just not complete enough.
No.
I mean, if their pass rush, I mean, they didn't get to Nebraska a ton.
No. They look like they have some good pass rushers, but they didn't get there. Their defense is, Emmett ran really well. And, they're a team that had given up 182 yards rushing at halftime to Notre Dame. Notre Dame got 300 yards rushing on them. So, again, this was an opportunity lost. I mean, I hope people don't think we're being too negative. I'm not being overly negative. I just think it's an opportunity loss. The crowd was amazing. The scene was incredible. Mm-hmm. Incredible scene.
Yeah, it had the opportunity to be one of the more unforgettable home games in recent memory, just because of how unique it all was. The stage, the way that they executed the blackout, the production, the way the game started, it just looked like it was going to be one of those nights that people talked about for a decade. And now here we are, adding it to a long list of embarrassing top 25 losses.
All right, guys.
Embarrassing.
This is not embarrassing.
29 straight losses to top 25 teams is embarrassing.
No, they were an underdog, and they were
29 straight
again. But this was not an embarrassing loss.
It's an embarrassing
how about this one?
List of 29 straight ranked losses. I don't care how you want to dice this one up.
All right.
It's the overall theme of Nebraska failing in this spotlight.
Yeah, you think about Mike Riley.
I don't disagree. I just wanted you to explain it.
2015, Mike Riley at night had the Big Ten champions, Michigan State, in here, and they beat them.
Right.
Playoff team, Michigan State.
Right. And when I said that about the quarterback, I don't mean to bring Bo Pelini into the conversation. I would say that again about any team. If it's Ohio State and they have their backup quarterback, nobody's cutting them slack.
Yeah. Frost when Martinez got hurt.
Yeah. You don't do that. I mean, we don't do that. And you shouldn't do that. You should have a capable number 2. And I'd say Nebraska does to a large extent. And it's probably harder to have a capable number 2 these days. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
We might find out next week, depending on what Dylan's ankle does.
8:00 Central Time.
Okay.
At UCLA.
Yeah,
6 p.m. local.
It's not going to be easy. I've caught UCLA a couple times. I know they struggled out of the gate and their coach got fired, but they got athletes on defense.
Who knows? Maybe the Dodgers celebration parade will be on Friday out there when we're out there.
Sean just can't.
At least there's that.
You're doing a good job so far of concentrating after your beloved Dodgers won the World Series.
I noticed this, that USC's buses didn't leave until they were watching the Dodger game, I think, because I walked over here. I kid you not. I walked over at 11:30 and their buses were just leaving.
Really? You think they're watching it?
It took them a while to get out of there.
Yeah.
They
might have been.
I heard a lot of cheering on that area, but all right, guys. Enough Dodger talk here as we celebrate our back-to-back World Series champions here. We'll take your super chats on that.
Back. Forgot about that.
We're brought to you by our official beverage sponsor, Zipline. Get in, try a lot of their new fall beers. I was in the South Lincoln location on Friday. Grabbed lunch next door and sat in there and had a couple beers and got ready for the weekend ahead. Tons of great beers. They're tapping new ones all the time, fall special beers. Give it a try. We're also brought to you by Mando. Great products with Mando that are most importantly making you smell better. And Steve Sipple has been on the Mando for over a year, and it's changed his life. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, changing my life might be going a little too far, but it's definitely enhanced.
It's improved your life.
Yeah, it's enhanced my life.
But if you've never tried Mando, 100% natural, it's organic, it's fragrance oil free, it's dermatologist recommended. Go to their website, shopmando.com. We're going to give you 20% off your order with free shipping. Use the promo code Husker. Again, that's the website, shopmando.com, for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. Thanks again to Mando, and try the Mando starter pack as well for new customers. Is a great way to kind of try out a bunch of products already discounted. Use the discount code we offer as well with Husker to take advantage of that. Thanks to Mando for sponsoring us here on the Husker Online post-game live show. But guys, shall we get into the super chats?
Yes,
let's do it.
All right, James McCoy. This one hurts extra bad. It felt like we had most of the game until Dylan got hurt. Just a gut punch. I thought we were finally going to end the streak versus ranked teams, and I agree, guys. I turned to Sip. I go, this is, Nebraska's social media team. They're going to turn this thing into like a Steven Spielberg movie. And it would have been like that. I jinxed it. I mean, this would have been.
No, you're fine.
This thing would have. I mean, it was staged up to be an unbelievable week.
Yeah. With
the contract, the blackout, the win, the night game.
Yeah.
It was all there.
And then, so Dylan, we have to assess how big of an impact that was. Dylan's injury and Pritchett's injury. Dylan, you did see an offense change pretty dramatically. I mean, the downfield passing game went kaput. I thought the left tackle situation. I thought they do. They moved Corcoran over to left tackle, brought in Tyler Knack, and he played right tackle. I thought they held up okay.
Yeah, I didn't notice a significant drop off, but I didn't, obviously watch any film on that. But and the running game didn't slow down. No. Emmett was still running hard and still gaining yards. But I just wonder just how much they kind of condensed the offense for Latif, just given the circumstances and kind of the magnitude of that moment. And,
well, they did. You watched it. They had to condense it.
Yeah,
they were running. So what they did was they run Emmett. They threw a lot of shorter passes, and tried to throw it downfield a couple times. And I thought Latif, he throws a nice ball downfield. It's a lot to ask of him. Again, you have to give. Now USC does not have a great defense, but they're long and athletic. Just a different picture for a guy like Latif than what he's.
Well, Tyler
does see it in practice though.
Tyler Knack at right tackle. Turner Corcoran at left tackle as well with TJ Latif. Just not a great combination. I mean,
Sean, but I was saying those tackles held up okay.
So if you were to rank the 5 tackles, that's your 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, Pritchett, Prohaska, Gunner were your top 3 tackles.
Good point. Yeah.
So you're on tackles 4 and 5 with a true freshman quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you had given up 9 sacks in a game a couple of weeks before that with your top 2 tackles.
But now. So how much grace do you give Nebraska? That's what people will wonder. How much grace do you give them?
I mean, they held in there with a chance to win the game. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you knew it was a 1-score type game. It was probably going to be like that, and they were really limited what they could do. Really limited.
You see, injuries are part of it, though. Everybody goes through them. You don't hear them.
Yeah, USC was on their 3rd string running back.
Right. Yeah.
What do you do?
Right.
You can't. $130.
I don't think we.
The value of Dylan, though, is a lot.
It is.
The value of Pritchett, those are probably your two of your higher paid players.
Mm-hmm. And if you're just ranking offensive players, they would be in the top 5, each of them on offense. Right. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Pritchett's played well since he sort of evened out. He started 5 straight games now. And during that period, he had the spearing incident against Minnesota. Which could have led to an arrest, but But generally speaking, he's played pretty well.
All right, let's move through. Matthew Sharp, thank you for your super chat. MT comes in. Nebraska just looks as so flat on defense, poor scheming wise. Yeah, USC just had him off balance. I mean,
Put him on skates.
it is same thing Lincoln Riley did a year ago. I mean, they had a hard time with the run. Was it Woody Marks?
Yep.
Yeah.
They had a hard time with Woody last year.
Sean kind of went at
Yeah,
it.
Sipple didn't think Woody Marks was that good, and he was
Started for the Texans.
Yeah.
he was a first team All Big Ten back. Sipple,
Stop.
Sipple's like a
We have to
90s
relitigate-
Husker player. Doesn't think any team's good but them. Yeah, he's not that good.
Is Marks really starting for the Texans?
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's great.
Yeah, not that good. He starts for the Texans. Sip. I
Sean,
mean,
yeah, you were right. I was wrong.
but yeah,
anyway,
they had him off balance.
He did, not early. I mean, I thought Nebraska, the first two series, USC was
They adjusted.
seemed discombobulated,
Mhm.
and then they adjusted, and they got the running game going. That was the impetus for USC getting its offense going. They got the ground game going. Number 30 got going. Offensive line started banging away. That offensive line is good. It's not huge, but it's athletic.
Yeah, and if you're going into this game, like obviously you want to shut down one of the nation's most prolific passing attacks first and foremost. And I think to do that, Nebraska had to sacrifice how it defended the run, which clearly, as Lincoln Riley said, felt like Nebraska was daring them to run it. And they took that dare and literally ran with it.
Sean, we should mention this is the top-rated offense in the country, USC. They're the number one offense in the country. They'd have been averaging 42.4. They got 21 tonight. Rhule will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of that just sounds hollow to me right now.
Yep.
Well, Nebraska
what I mean?
held the ball 33 minutes, and they played a low snap game. I mean, that's what they were going to have to do to beat you. You did not want an 80 snap game. You couldn't. They can't do it.
No way. You don't want that.
And so they made USC play a true Big Ten style, like a PJ Fleck type game.
Yeah. And you just want them to close
But
the deal.
13 explosive plays out of 61 snaps.
It's kind of like last year's game where, like, in the end, USC's playmakers just made the big plays. In this game, USC's playmakers made the big plays. Nebraska's didn't, outside of Emmett Johnson.
All right, let's move through the super chats here. Hugh comes in. Dylan
Let's see.
missed a
Oh,
wide
yeah, that's a
open
good one.
Lindenmeyer down the sideline early in the game, and not giving Emmett the ball on 4th and 1 blows my
Okay,
mind.
blows your mind.
On the 4th and 1 on the 34.
Right. It doesn't blow my mind. Rhule's explanation made sense to me. It just seemed like points made sense in that case. You could have went up 17-6. I think we all agreed in press row, us three anyway, that 17-6 made a lot
But
of sense.
burning a timeout to get to that, was that part of the plan? I mean, that's the thing I
It's
question.
kind of a disjointed drive. Those two drives. So, like, Dylan gets sacked, injured, fumble, turnover. Nebraska gets the ball right back, and then it just, I mean, obviously you got a new quarterback in there, but it just didn't look right. Like, it just, the Pritchett injury and then burning the timeout to what appeared to be just yelled the official. Like, I know he said they had some issues getting the play in, whatever, but like they were clearly upset that Turner Corcoran got pushed to the ground. There was no flag right in front of the official, called a timeout, and then a couple plays later burned another timeout to settle for a 52-yard field goal after you lined up pretending like you're going to go for it. Like, I think in a game like that, you kind of got to, I think, put yourself out there a little bit. And I think that's a conservative call, going for a field goal. And kicking a 52-yarder is not all that conservative, but I think that's a game with the way that you're running the ball, where you're going to have to make the big plays. That's a situation where you could have made the big play to extend the drive, potentially made an easier field goal, or even scored a touchdown.
The Harburg QB sneak too has not been effective. And they were lined up to, like, that's what it looked like they were going to do. But they were going to try to draw him off, evidently.
Yeah.
Because Lateef, like, it didn't seem like he knew what to do.
And if that wasn't like his first drive, do you think maybe they think
could
about
be
it differently?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, that's his strength as a runner. Why not let him run an RPO or something like that?
I don't know. I'm okay with kicking that. And if you get to 17-6, you feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of those in retrospect. Because they missed it, it's easy to second guess.
Gardner Norris, Rhule has coached football for 20 plus years and can't manage a game or his timeouts. How can we ever expect things to improve with him? And I think you can, with any coach, you can always question management. But that was a curious moment to burn
two timeouts
in the third quarter when you knew in the fourth quarter you're going to need them.
The wire.
Yeah, especially when you your whole thing is about winning close games in the fourth quarter. Like, odds are those timeouts are going to be pretty valuable.
Yeah.
And was that really the necessary time to use them? I don't know.
Doug, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Colonel John
Doug Shonka
comes in. Was Dana unprepared to call plays once TJ came in, let him throw down the field? Your thoughts? And it felt like USC was playing more of a one high safety at times, and that's when they would let him throw, and it was just one-on-one throws. But then, when they were too high, they were running it. I mean, they didn't really want him throwing into deep safety coverages.
No, and that makes sense. I give USC a lot of credit because they seem prepared for TJ Lateef. Like that late QB draw he ran, they were all over it. I mean, they knew. I give USC credit for that. I don't know. The issue we have is I always say this, we don't see practice. How prepared was Lateef? I have to think he was well prepared. I have to, I don't know.
Still, he's a true freshman playing his first truly meaningful snaps. That ain't Houston Christian out there.
No, it's tough. It's a night game against again.
And they took a shot to Hunter down the sideline. It was a back shoulder throw that could have been there if it was a better placed ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rhule said they called a double move to Ja'Cory Barney, a play that they hit against Michigan State for a big game, and Lateef just tucked it and scrambled. So I don't know if it was necessarily they just didn't call downfield shots. They just weren't executed.
All right. Before we move it here to our other super chats, again, we're brought to you by Zipline. It's holiday season time, guys, at Zipline. And you want to book your fall and winter parties, give Zipline a call. They've got a great space at all their different locations. They have 3 locations in Lincoln. You can have 50 guests, buffets at the Tap and Grill. They got the main brewery. You can do over 100 people there, or the South Beer Hall. You can reserve the whole place. Great place to have a holiday party. Go to ziplinetapandgrill.com or email general manager at ziplinebrewing.com. The best dates, though, are filling fast, so check that out. We're also brought to you by Rocket Money. No better way to manage your day-to-day finances. We all are subscribed to so many things, and what Rocket Money does is they provide a way for you to keep track of how much money you're spending on subscriptions, but most importantly, with their premium service, they will help you cancel out of your subs, not cancel, but renegotiate and find you the best rates and make sure you save money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending, and it helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over $888 million in canceled subscriptions alone. Their 10 million members save up to $740 a year when they use all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Husker today. That's rocketmoney.com/Husker. rocketmoney.com/Husker. Thanks again to Rocket Money for sponsoring us here on the Husker Online Postgame Live. Let's continue. Mark comes in. Why do we always put 3 down linemen against the run? And we've seen them go to a 4 down lineman look, but here's the price you pay. You take Deshaun McCullough off the field. When you go with that 4th D lineman, you remove the jack at that point. And, Deshaun McCullough is one of the best players.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
But, would you rather put Cade Pedshock out there or somebody like that?
Gabe Moore
or
David
Huffkin, or keep Deshaun McCullough on the field. That's
you'd rather have McCullough.
So that's the battle of that 3 down lineman, I think, because you got to remove the jack at that point, and they're not taking the jack off. I just super chatted. Just super chatted one there, guys.
Got to get better against the run. But listen, that's like Sean. I'm trying to spin out of this. I'm trying to spin out of we
the jack.
We knew they were there. This was going to be an issue, right? That this D line was going to be an issue. It's an issue.
It is.
When you you are abhorrent.
When you take the jack off, it happens.
Sean, now we're in 6th grade. Okay, I'm not even giving you a junior high at this point. We knew this was an issue, and and I'm going to keep saying it. USC's offensive line's good. That's a good. I know what they're ranked, Sean, by PFF. It's low, 85th against the 85th run blocking grade. Just throw that out. They're good. They're athletic up front.
PFF never likes O-lines like how, when you spread like what Frost used to do, like they don't really grade those lines very favorably ever.
But this is a come at you physical line. This is a gap scheme line. This is counters. I mean, they hammer away at you. It's not getting your way. This is not a getting your way line. And you saw that tonight.
Yeah,
and number
Nebraska
30
didn't have
runs
any answers.
and 30 runs physically. Lincoln Riley, Sean, and Rob, he's a run-based guy. He's going to run the ball. And you saw it. I was impressed with that part of it tonight. I wasn't impressed with the quarterback.
All right.
Quarterback looked shaky to me.
SP Sanchez comes in. Dylan hates throwing the ball away. Marshall gets an INT up 8, and Dylan holds the ball too long again and gives it right back, plus injures himself on the same play. Tough play there.
Yeah.
Randy Reddick, I am tired, boss. Hey, Randy, it's 12:31, but guess what? It's only 11:31 right now because we get daylight savings time.
That's right. Good point.
To win.
I'm tired.
Kurt Peterson, NU holds USC to 200 yards, 20 points below its average. We were underdogs and had chances, but got to flush this thing and move on. Emmett had now has 1,000 yards, passed the next up, providing UCLA has paid the rent on the Rose Bowl.
Wow, Emmett Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell? I mean, this looks like an all Big Ten.
1,000 yards in 9 games. There's only been 4 backs at Nebraska in the last 30 years to do that.
Do you know who they are by any chance?
In 9 games? I don't know.
I mean, the key is stats aside, he just looks really good to me. Like his legs are live. He was running like his life depended.
He was Nebraska's best player on the field from start to finish.
Yes, he was.
He was
best player either side.
No question.
Yeah, either side.
And he's on Mel Kiper's top 10 draft board right now for backs.
You said number 8?
Number 8 right now.
Yeah,
running
he's
backs.
starting to. Yeah, he's quite a player right now.
And he's kind of erasing any notion that his size is an issue of taking on a big workload because he's had 25 plus carries, 3 games in a row now. Like, I mean, he's built for it.
And he's live.
Yeah. And he doesn't slow down either.
Legs are live.
All right. Husker Denton. With unlimited number of coaches, can we hire a game manager for Rhule? Sideline confusion in critical moments, wasting timeouts, huddling with the clock running on the last drive.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't like that.
Rob pointed that out, Sean. Now you had gone down.
They had to huddle with Latif though because he couldn't operate very well at the line of scrimmage.
That could be.
That's what Rhule said in the postgame.
They ran. Okay, so they got the ball 1st and 10 at the 4 with 3:27 left. Nebraska. They only managed to run 3 plays before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, 3 plays in like a minute 20.
Minute 27. There wasn't much urgency. I don't understand that.
And like
Sean, well, maybe you answered it. Like they had to huddle.
So my
but even guys going to the line.
Yeah. My counter to that though is like, I mean, in like the NFL, like with young quarterbacks, a lot of times they say when you go tempo, it condenses the playbook because you only have like 6 plays called and you just kind of go like, and you don't overthink things. And so like I bet maybe, I mean, obviously the head coach would probably have a better feel of it than I did, but my like immediate reaction was like, why wouldn't you go tempo 1 for the time, 2 to just take the thinking out of it for Latif and just let him go play football? Like I'm with you on that one. That clock management late on that final drive was baffling to me.
286 total yards. Hard to win that way.
All right, Pablo comes in.
Pablo.
I don't know if that's
you're fine.
Trap last name.
No, you're 100% fine. Pablo Maldonado. No, that's fine.
You just never know. We get the most unique name list on our
Pablo Maldonado show
here. Why do we only run the same pass plays that never work? Our receivers can't get separation on these fades. They always throw. Data needs more creativity. From what I see, it feels like when they recognize straight man-to-man with single high safety, they'll call that pass where it's just a one-on-one. And that's
you often get a flag there. But those guys, I mean, Dane Key won one tonight. Scored a touchdown.
Should have won 2 if he would have caught that first
one. Yeah. So, and Isaiah Hunter has made big gains on those plays. So I don't know. I think Dana could be a little more creative.
Yeah, it seems like their vertical passing game is just one-on-one kind of 50-50 balls along the sideline. Like I would like to see, something else, something over the middle of the field. We saw the big Lindenmeyer throw over the middle of the field and really wasn't much beyond that.
Listen, guys, Nebraska had 98 passing yards against a pretty average defense. I mean, it's a
how
pretty
much did
average
Minnesota
defense.
those spook what they do? 9 sacks. And this the way
No, I know.
Yeah, they're so focused on getting the ball out.
like you can't. I mean, that Minnesota game really changed a lot of what you do at the passing game.
Well, and now to Dana's credit, USC only had 1 sack after last week. Nebraska allowed only 1 sack to Northwestern. So, I mean, I guarantee you the boss said, hey,
Get it
no
out.
more of that crap. I mean, we're not going to get sacked 5 to 9 times every game. Okay. Fix that. So they did, but at the expense of what? I don't know. What are they giving up? What are you giving up by saying we're getting the ball out?
You're giving up a lot of like longer developing pass plays,
Right, which was a hallmark,
which
of
is probably
Satterfield's offense.
one
by the
that's.
way.
I'm sure Dana's got a few.
He has a lot.
So, okay, Dusty. Next time you interview Coach, please ask about the complete waste of timeouts in the third quarter. Coach wasted a timeout to argue with the refs over a 9 call. Use the timeout, TV timeout.
I hope that's wrong. By the way,
That it just looked like it. He said that there was some issues getting like set and like personnel on the field. So like they were having some like confusion getting the play ready to go. That's what he said that timeout.
Once you say that you seldom see a coach call timeout to get after a referee.
But the reason people think that is because the TV cameras immediately showed Rhule on the sideline, like showing that, like talking about Turner getting pushed.
Yeah,
so like he wasn't addressing his team's not being ready to run the next play. He was yelling at the refs about missing the Corcoran call.
you leave that to Holgerson to address the team.
Yeah, so
All right.
maybe they had it handled.
Matt comes in. Go Big Red. Shout out to Ryan. Happy birthday, Aaron and Weston. Is that a super chat trap? I can't tell that last name.
Nope.
You're fine.
Oh, hold on.
Brockhoff.
No, you're fine.
I mean, when you,
Look,
You're
I gotta
fine.
be on guard. I get it.
when you see a name Brockhoff, like,
No, you're
all right,
fine.
what's tagged onto that to
No, you're good.
slip me up?
You're good.
Jamie, there were times where it felt like we played scared and not as aggressive as we should have, and times where we don't use the play action and throw the ball down the field more. With how good EJ is running, that should have been open more. Yeah, good point on the play action. The way they were running it tonight, you would have thought that might have been there more. They tried maybe once or twice, like a good play action, but it just wasn't there.
It's a weird game. It's kind of a disjointed game.
You never had a good feel.
No. Nebraska's up. They're up 17-14 with 13 minutes to go. Close that out now.
Mm-hmm.
Defense had to get a stop.
Yeah.
T. Poley Fremont, the game was lost when Dillon went out. He held it too long on that play, and it finally caught up to him. Our run defense continues to be terrible.
So USC went ahead on the series. They used a flea flicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was a great call. Number 21 acted like he was going to run, flipped it back to Maeva, who threw it downfield to I don't know what number, but great play call.
Richardson.
Okay, great play call.
Jaden Richardson.
And then did you take issue with the interference call on Deshaun Singleton that he interfered with the USC receiver allegedly?
Not
Sean, Rob.
I think the refs were. I didn't think they were out of line, and I thought they called the standard game.
It wasn't egregious. You could argue that it was incidental contact, but the ball was catchable. Singleton got in his way. They ruled it.
I thought Singleton impeded him.
Yeah, he impeded him. Again, the argument could be like it was just a kind of a natural he ran into Singleton type thing, but I didn't have major issues with that.
The
call.
flea flicker was I'm not calling it a flea flicker. It was a great call. You don't see that all the time where the running back acts like he's going to run, takes a few steps actually.
Well, he ran that like counter, like the cutback.
Yeah.
So he ran and then cut back and then flipped it. Like that
and
was,
nobody was close to tackling him.
Oh, it was
like
kinda weird.
ideally, somebody could have got a hand on him, or
Yeah.
maybe screwed it up a little bit. But it was perfect. I mean, that was one of those plays I'm sure USC sat on all week.
Yeah. They said, and then what do they do too? They run an option at a key time. I swear to God, he does that to rub it in Nebraska. we're going to hit them with our option play. Let's say they did on that drive.
They literally ran Maeva one time in the last 2 games, and then tonight they run him 10 times.
Yeah. He looks good running it.
Oh yeah,
He's got a good stiff arm.
Nebraska has every quarterback who doesn't runs against Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. Books out.
Damn it.
Chase Woodward, bummer. The best and most loyal fans in the world set a perfect stage again, and we lose due to poor game management decisions. Yeah, there were injuries, but they still had a path to win this game.
Yeah, I'm not doing that injury thing.
Ben, how does this extension look if we lose the last 4 games? Half of our friend group thinks the extension was a good idea, and half thinks it was extremely dumb. $78 million is the buyout now. 2-24 first ranked teams.
Yeah, I think it's 71 million is the buyout.
Yeah, because it's 90% of the total sum.
Yeah, Rhule. I mean, those stats are rough. I mean, Rhule is actually against ranked teams. He's 3-26. Okay, at Nebraska against ranked teams, he's 0-8. Those stats are nasty. The home record is something that bothers me a little bit under Rhule, and this goes back to Frost and probably even Riley. Rhule's 13-7 at home. The home field hasn't been a huge advantage for Nebraska for a long time. Now tonight, on nights like this, it should be. It should be.
Mm-hmm.
But those records that we're talking about are rough to talk about. 1-8 in November under Rhule. 1-8. All right. I mean, you can't keep making excuses. This is year 3 now. I mean, so it's a little uncomfortable, I guess, is what we're talking about. He gets a big extension, and the conversation is a little uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I am supportive of it, but I like the trajectory of the program. I don't love it. I like it.
They're not built defensively right now to win week to week against the run.
Not really.
And
not really.
We saw it right away in Arrowhead. Like you knew, this is going to be an adventure every week.
And then Michigan got them good, right? And you kind of saw that.
And then they had to they had to do a lot more stunting and moving to try to just muck it up.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, you're in trouble.
They played pretty well against Michigan State. So that kind of gave me, and I was wrong. I said, looks like the D-line's turned the corner. I've made some really wrong calls. I'd say 7 or 8 calls this fall. They've just been bad. I mean, just horrifyingly bad. And I thought maybe they turned the corner against Michigan State. They didn't. Minnesota waylaid them. I mean, then tonight, what happens? USC comes in here and runs for 202.
I know. I didn't see that.
Yeah, laughing about the Minnesota postgame show. You got so mad at me.
I just thought it was a curious way to start the show. By pointing out,
Simple, you called for a record-breaking PJ Fleck loss tonight. What was wrong?
Move on there.
Okay, Scott comes in.
Back off.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You're not even drinking Zipline.
No, I'm not. I'm drinking cranium.
You're drinking cranium at midnight.
Not the best move, probably.
In retrospect, probably should have gone for
Feel
it.
good.
Scott comes in. No surprises. Defense is garbage. Dana play calling is still suspect. Matt still can't win a big one. Same movie, different year, 6-6.
Hey, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. What do you think of Danish play calling?
Well, they ran it.
Yeah, I like the way they ran it.
They just didn't have the right complementary passing game tonight to go with it.
Well, that's not great. Paying him a lot of money.
Well, then what I don't like is you run. I like first down runs. And like when you throw a fade on first down and then run on second down, then your third down becomes.
Seems disjointed a lot of times to me.
Here's another question that I have, though. How much have they talked about the freedom they give Dylan to make checks at the line?
Right.
How many calls is Dana making that are being changed at the line of scrimmage by the quarterback?
Fair.
Will we ever know?
And probably won't, because he'll never throw Dylan under the bus.
Fair
He's
question.
Checking out of downfield pass plays to run the ball or whatever. That's one thing that we just don't know. And so I hesitate to go all in on criticizing the play caller when they have made it clear that their quarterback has free reign of the line of scrimmage to change the play into what he sees as being the best play. So that's something you got to keep in mind in this discussion.
100.
All right. MT, Nebraska looks flat on defense. I already did that one. I'm sorry, guys. Jacob Heath, UCLA was able to run counter all night.
Yep.
Need the D-line to eat up blocks for the linebackers to make plays. The DNs are losing the edge constantly. At least we're going bowling. Yeah, the edge play has been kind of suspect a lot this year. We've talked about that a lot.
Last week.
Where you get sucked in.
Right. And they see that on film and they hammer it.
Undisciplined edge guys,
away.
Yeah,
they hammer away.
There's a reason USC ran the ball the way that they did.
Yep.
Cutbacks.
Yep.
Well, the crowd guys drew at least 3 false starts on third downs. So
crowd brought it.
They took some third downs that should have been run third downs to pass third downs. I mean, the crowd helped. It was just like Arrowhead.
They created a 4-point false start on that goal line.
Yeah, that's why it's frustrating. I want those fans rewarded.
You're not going to see a better home field advantage than what we saw tonight.
Like, I want to come down to this office when you leave the stadium. I want to see the rail yard just rocking. Just kind of see it once,
right?
Like one time. Like,
well, we've seen it before.
Well, not since we've been up in this office since 2018 because they haven't been a ranked team since then.
Oh no,
we've been in this
office.
They
beat Wisconsin for the bowl.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
that's pretty good. That's pretty.
It was a Wisconsin team that didn't go to a bowl game.
Okay. Oh, I met some nice people walking back, Rob. They're huge fans of the show. 2 young couples, Papillion. One kid he's in the Air Force. He flies a helicopter, and they're huge fans of these shows. So thank you, guys. One is a former Scarlet. They're great people.
All right, let's move it forward there. Scott's Tots, the pain. And the loss is that Nebraska is the better team. The offense continues to hold this team back, and Rhule burns through timeouts faster than my kids eating their Halloween candy.
Now, the pain, is Nebraska the better team? I don't know about that. It's not just the offense holding the team back. The run defense definitely is holding the team back. And Rhule burning those 2 timeouts in the third quarter was a little on the bizarre side, I thought. I thought it trended toward bizarre, knowing that this game would probably go to the wire.
You need them.
Yeah, I just have issue basically game planning around winning close games in the fourth quarter and then just ripping through timeouts with 12 minutes left in the third. I mean, a 5-yard penalty ain't the end of the world, man. Like, that timeout, I mean, it didn't cost them this game, but it very well could have.
Nebraska, this is from Jay West for NE. All 3 losses, Nebraska's allowed at least 185 rush yards.
Good stat.
Usually the rule of thumb is if you rush for 200 in a Big Ten game, Nebraska's record is like dang near undefeated.
Okay.
So 200 is kind of the magic line. Mm-hmm. And tonight, what did Nebraska give up in sack adjust rush yards? 223. What did Nebraska finish with? 198.
Ooh.
So, the line of 200 kind of plays out there because that's a lot of rushing yards, especially in a 61 snap game.
It's a good stat, though, that fella gave us. 185 at least in 3 losses. Man, that's holding them back.
Well, and you felt it in the Michigan game. You felt it in the Minnesota game. You felt it tonight.
You felt it.
You felt the run.
Yeah, you did.
Like, never once did you really – I mean, let's just
look. Those weren't empty calories.
No. Like, you look at the first down runs, and I love looking at these stats here. Hold yourself here now. USC ran it 20 times on first down for 146.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a good stat.
20 for 146.
Oh
that's
baby.
Staying on schedule.
Yep.
7.3 yards per run on 20 first down runs.
Yikes.
Okay. See, that's trouble. I mean, kudos to USC, but hey, Butler, you got to get that under control now, right?
Yeah.
Now, you maybe don't have the personnel. I mean,
they're just
listen. I can say Butler get it under control, but that we knew they were undersized.
What do? You can't play any more guys. They've already played basically every defensive lineman they have on the roster.
Yeah, and it's not even just undersized. They're young. They're playing young guys. We knew. Come on. I mean, this is what we talked about ad nauseum all off season. Yeah, in June. What about Nebraska on first down, Sean?
Nebraska's first down runs. Let me get back to the tab here.
Yeah.
They went 15 runs for 71.
Okay, not
so
bad.
USC doubled them on first down rush yardage.
I don't like that.
146 to 71.
Yeah.
USC had 28 first down snaps. Nebraska had 29. So that is the kind of the game within the game. When you look at those numbers too, I mean that's a pretty significant. Nebraska threw for 68 yards on first down. USC threw for 21.
Okay.
So Nebraska's throwing was better, but that was with Dylan. Okay, let's move it through Scott's Tots. We gave EJ the ball 100 times today. We win. If we give it to him 100 times. Is he a front runner for first team All Big Ten? Should we have kept feeding him after the interception? Today, I would say Emmett is no worse than second team All Big Ten.
There's 2 All Big Ten running backs, right?
Yeah,
First
you put
team.
2. Justice Haynes and Emmett are probably
Those
the
are probably
2
the guys
today.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't get punished for, like, what if Nebraska kind of fizzles out towards the end of the year? Like, does team success hold him back from individual accolades?
Like, does some Indiana or Ohio State back get hot?
Give it to a back on the best team.
There's no Ohio State back that could get it right now. Donaldson's their best, or excuse me, Bo Jackson is Ohio State's best running back. He has like 436 yards. Okay, I think that's
Indiana
the total.
just ran for like 500 yards today.
They have a decent back, but not that kind of back. Jonah Coleman's probably the guy that you'd watch from Washington.
And he's considered maybe the best prospect, one of the best prospects for pros.
Yeah, so no, EJ's not in the clear on this.
I think he's for sure second team.
Yeah.
I think anybody that watches him play will see that.
Wow, yeah,
he's the most valuable player on this roster, and without him, where would Nebraska be?
Yeah, he's a beauty.
All right, why God, why comes in. Rhule talks about the bones of this house. Would love to know about the demons he's encountered. 0-29 road games, field goal, 1-score games, portal. He's 100. All right, Tanner.
Hundo.
Not going for it on 4th and 1 and kicking a 53-yarder was playing scared. Agree, or we've kind of hit on this already.
Yeah,
it was
playing scared.
If he makes it, it's just like the Cincinnati game.
17-6.
You guys lean more towards it being the right call. And again, it's hindsight. If they make it and it helps them win the game, then yeah, it's the right call. But I would have liked to see more aggression there. I think that was an kind of a swing moment in the game where I would like to see more aggression.
You have to consider the possibility of them not getting it, and then the effect that has. These are tough conversations in hindsight. In the moment, I was okay, and that's how I always judge it. I thought Kunana
what was the greatest strength they had tonight? Running the football.
But they've,
I would like to see him lean on that.
Earlier this year, they've been like 0 for 4 on those kind of go for it on 4th downs instead of taking the points.
The whole world knows they're handed it to 21.
And people have been critical about not taking the points. So here he goes for the points.
Thank you, Sean.
So I do think it's kind of one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Agreed.
Perfect example was like the Maryland game in 2023. Rhule, they didn't go for the win.
Right.
And then they lost.
Right.
And then at Wisconsin, he goes for the win and they lost. If you remember like the sequences, like back-to-back weeks where he was criticized for not going for it, and then Chubba Purdy threw the pick.
Yeah.
And then against Wisconsin, he did go for it. And then they didn't get it. So it's tough. You can't win sometimes, but they felt like that was the right call to make. All right, before we move it through, thanks for joining us here on HuskerOnline Postgame Live. Again, we're brought to you by Zipline. Hopefully you're enjoying a beer with us right now. Get into Zipline. 3 locations in Lincoln, the Tap and Grill in Fallbrook, the South Lincoln location, or the brewery out on Westo. All great. Get in there, get a cold beer. Lots of great fall beers have been tapped as well at Zipline. Get in there and give it a shot. Thanks to Zipline. All right, we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. No better way to get yourself into the action with Underdog Fantasy. It's easy. It's fun. You simply just pick the right combinations of what you want in the game. It's as simple as higher or lower. You pick the number, the stat category. Tonight, it was an easy win if you picked Emmett Johnson. His rushing yards, I believe, were like 96 or 98.
Good God.
And even USC's running back was just under 100. So those were 2 easy wins if you went both running backs over on the stat totals, the higher number.
Yeah, that's some easy pickings there.
But yeah, we got a great promo with Underdog Fantasy with HuskerOnline. Just download the app, sign up with the promo code Husker25, excuse me, and you'll score $100 in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. That's right. Promo code Husker 25 gets you $100 in bonus funds when you put $5 in. You must be 18 and over, 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 and over in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See asset. Let's see here. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, and Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org in New York. Call the 24/7 HOPE hotline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring us here on the Husker Online post-game live show. Let's move it through, gentlemen. The assistant manager comes in here. Feels like the coaches got tight when Dylan got hurt. The 2 timeouts that drive killed the flow. Latif had some juice. Just let him play. If we die, we die. Well, we might see Latif in LA.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, so we should cover that a little bit. We don't know Dylan's status right now. We know it's an ankle. Rhule said that Dylan wanted to come back in, and Rhule told him. But here's the thing: Rhule didn't want to put him in because he didn't think he could run and protect himself. So it was kind of a safety call. He told Dylan he loved him and he's not putting him out there in that situation. Dylan wanted to go back. Wouldn't be surprised if Dylan plays next week.
And Dylan, should be noted, stood on the sideline for the entire game.
Helmet on.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he kept his helmet on.
He was carried off the field. Like Rhule.
By Rhule.
Rhule was one of the 2 people like helping Dylan
helping him off. Yeah, he didn't have him in his arms. That would have been incredible.
And he went to the tent, was in there for a little bit.
Holding him like a baby.
Firemen carry him up.
But yeah, no, he wanted to come back in. I don't know. I shouldn't say. Now, what about Pritchett? Is Pritchett going to be ready?
Well, it's the same ankle that Rhule said has bothered him over his career.
And it should be noted as well that unlike Dylan, like it was never brought to Rhule that Pritchett was going to come back in. So like when he went out, there was never a discussion about putting him back in.
Now,
like he was out.
Is Latif ready to go on the road and lead them to a win?
Home game for him back in LA.
No.
What do you think?
I like his chances a lot more with a week of preparation. So like it's kind of one of those deals where like you'd probably like to make a decision on that one way or the other. So Dylan's prognosis over the next day or two is be pretty critical because TJ needs all the reps and practice with the first team offense that he can get.
Yeah, that gets real fast because they're a Sunday team. So tomorrow you'll assess it. They get Mondays off, right, Sean? Then so Tuesday, the big day, you know what? The big day becomes Tuesday. So what is and you know what my guess is that Dylan will get ready Sunday and Monday and practice Tuesday, and then you see how it goes.
Just get a feel from that point on. All right. Let's move it on. Jake comes in. Used car salesmen can't make halftime adjustments. All right. Gabe. Not going to get me, Gabe.
Oh,
another blackout loss.
Owner's residence. Gabe speaking.
I've been in the owner's house, and I know Gabe. Will it have the same hype next year? Side note, Emmett Johnson is a pro.
It's like, I'm not totally sold on that, but man, I'll tell you one thing. He's a lot better than he was last year.
No kidding.
He's taking his game to another level.
You keep making the points. If everybody talks about the lack of development, like there's no brighter example of player development than Emmett Johnson.
Oh, Emmett's developed.
Where he is now compared to where he was when he first got here, he's not even in the same universe.
Well, look, if I told you even like Donovan Jones and Rex Guthrie would be out there holding their own against some of the best receivers in the Big Ten.
Played pretty well.
Yeah. Jones had 2 breakups in the first 2 drives.
Oh, there's a lot of development stories on the team. But Emmett's probably the most shiny example. Lindenmeyer's definitely.
I mean, guy that you would have thought would be the guy. I mean, they chose to keep him, and Borkacher moved on.
The center's a good example.
Evans,
yeah. They're up and down the line. Now, I want to say one thing about the defense. See, here's the thing. We always have to, I think it's our jobs to try to lend some degree of perspective. When you think about the defense tonight, I don't think of any player that I can't think that would say, I God, he played really well tonight. Is there anybody like that where you say, whoa, now Shaver's made a big play. He does that. He's a big play guy, but
Marshall played pretty well.
yeah.
Donovan Jones and Marshall had the highest grades on
Okay.
PFF right now. And they both played 64 snaps. Keona Davis, surprisingly, had a solid grade as well.
Okay.
But not
you know what I'm saying, though?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's nobody that, how many years we could sit up here and go, oh, God dang, Phillip Bland had a monster game.
Javen Wright had 11 tackles.
That's good, but did he make a huge difference?
And a breakup.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Winery came up with Winery had 3 QB hurries.
Okay, there's some guys who played okay. I'll try to be a little more fair.
I mean, he gave up 21 points.
It's not bad. 200 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. All right. Sean's sip shut. And I think, look at this. It's my body with Sip's head.
Is that all 3 of us?
And that's Robin.
Into one picture.
That's a combo of Sean, Robin, and Sip.
Is that AI?
I love it and hate it at the same time.
It's a good looking guy there.
Yeah, you know what?
Good looking guy. It's got a little bit of all the qualities there to make a great post game show. Some encouraging things today, some discouraging. Another big missed opportunity. Why can't Rush defense figure it out after 9 games?
Personnel issue.
They are what they are.
It's a personnel issue.
They're just a small front.
Sip Nels, your buddy in Montana. My son is attending college at BYU, who's undefeated with way less overall talent than Nebraska.
Way less?
Okay.
They got an expensive roster, don't they?
Yeah. It came off my screen. Let's see, was fielding ground balls in Little League the last time that Nebraska beat a ranked team. That's crazy. What's the plan, Phil?
What is that reference?
Not sure.
Anyway, thank you, Nels. Yeah, that's, again, you got to go back to 2016 to find the last time Nebraska's beat a ranked team, and that is an incredible, god-awful streak. I mean, 29 straight games now.
I think it's a Modern Family reference, according to a quick Google search.
That makes sense.
Husker Denton, to quote Jackson Lamb, it's not the hope that kills you, it's knowing that hope kills you that kills you.
Well said.
Nels, is it true that some of the recruits we had there tonight wandered over to the USC sideline? Damn, bro, that hurts.
Let's hope not.
Come on.
I don't know that.
Well, the side that the recruits sit on, that would actually be, the USC sideline. They sit in that area, but no. I mean, I sure hope not. I don't know where Nels would have got that from, but
I don't know that.
Let's see. Through at Husk, apathy has set in. See you boys next year. Well,
come on,
man.
Not a bowl game.
Be a fan.
6 ball left.
Willie D. Even before Dylan left, the game was in the hands of the offense and Dana. Defense gets an interception, you get no points. Defense stops on 4th and 1, you get no points. Falls squarely on Dana. Nels again. Was USC's running back really a third-string walk-on? Yes, he was, from Calabasas, California.
Yep.
Between him and Maeva running the ball, it seemed like they marched down the field once they adjusted.
Yep.
Will Amelia Aviava and Berger have over 400 next week?
I can't say his name. Say it.
Amelia Aviava.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough runner. I know he draws a lot of criticism.
Just say Nico.
Yeah, Nico. He hasn't had a huge year, but he can run it. I'm telling you, he can run it. Don't just be ready.
Well, Maeva did one designed run over the last 2 games, and all of a sudden he looked like Michael Vick out there.
Yeah,
I would expect Nico to run the ball next.
Amelia Aviava is going to run it on
He can
Nebraska.
run it.
You just got. If I'm John Butler, I'm like, all right, prepare for about 10 runs.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at UCLA to see what kind of running back they have. Do they have somebody as good as King Miller? I don't know. I don't understand the walk-on thing. That guy's good. I don't even care that he's a walk-on. He can run it now. He's a big physical.
I didn't even know USC had walk-ons.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's like $80,000 a year to go to school there.
He's number 30, and he's a lot better than 21. That guy that came in after him. That guy's good enough. 21's not bad, but 30's way better.
All right, MT.
What's his name?
Brian Jackson.
Yeah, he's just average.
MT, Nebraska just looks so flat on defense. Poor scheming wise. I already did that. Sorry. There's some ones that stay on my queue that don't disappear. And I thought I was past them. Why has Jacory, this is from Mark, why has Jacory been MIA in the offense? Great question. Ja'Cory Barney has not really had a presence since the Michigan game, in my opinion.
Targeted him 3 times, 3 catches, 6 yards.
Yeah, it's not doing much, is it?
The book's kind of on him, and I think he's got to adjust to that now. Okay, Dan Miller, thank you. Nike Guthrie 22. After the way the game ended, I could really use a Sean Callahan job to cheer me up. Oh. Go Big Red.
Wow.
No matter what, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
God damn it.
No, that's all right. It's all right. You're okay. Okay.
That's a good one, though.
It's a good one.
It's clever
Yeah.
writing by
Gotcha.
our esteemed team of writers.
Yes.
Spencer, is it fair to call Dana a disappointment as an OC?
Oh God.
Do we know what he's told to do, though?
Well, Sean.
Like,
Now hold on, Sean.
I mean,
What? How much? Wouldn't you? We've had these conversations. I think he probably has full autonomy.
but after the 9-sack game,
Oh,
did maybe the direction of things have to change?
yeah. The head coach might have stepped in at that point.
I mean, the 9-sack game just changed your thoughts on a lot at that
We're
point.
talking it out. You might even say that after 7 sacks allowed against Michigan, the head coach,
the famed speed to power game.
right? The head coach might have stepped in at that point and said, "Hey, what are we doing?"
So you got to keep in mind personnel and kind of what they have to overcome
Mhm.
with the issues, especially in pass protection. And then I go back to the point that we don't know what's happening between the plays that are initially called and what's being checked on at the line
Mhm.
by Dylan. So maybe what you see Nebraska's offense run might not be the plays that's necessarily called in from the sideline
Mhm.
at all times. So that's one other factor. And then, sometimes plays are theirs and the quarterback is not seeing it. Receivers are dropping the pass. Like, I think it comes down to player execution too in some of these. Like, when you have those opportunities to make the big plays, you need your players to make them.
Mhm.
All right, Ben. First, this is $49.99 super chat. Thank you, Ben. First,
Oh God,
F.
thanks.
Steve Peterson. Second, why can't we get any wide receivers open on short routes? I'm baffled. Everything is a dump off or a deep, low probability pass.
Okay.
We talked about that, the one-on-one kind of
Okay.
fades. How is it we can't run a curl or a slant with our wide receiver to let them make a play?
Yeah, Sean.
I don't know.
For the
don't
life
know.
of me, I don't know why we don't see more
I
slants.
don't know.
You
Hitch,
think
back
that's
shoulders, like all those things, like high percentage plays that can help your passing game open up. Just not seeing nearly enough.
Nebraska football's run as few of slants in the last 10 years as any team.
that's just the way the corners are playing the receivers.
And then they tried to run one at Michigan State in overtime in 2021 in Samori Torrey. He got picked. Remember that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Adrian tried to throw that slant in that game that they should have won.
Mhm.
It would have been a ranked win, by the way.
Yeah.
They didn't allow a single Michigan State first down on the second half, and they lost that game. Drew, what if we don't win another game all year? Seriously, answer the question. What then?
Okay. So there's
What if? I mean, you can do what if on a lot of
Well,
things.
they're not firing the coach.
no.
Yeah, I mean, then
It's a very real possibility.
it's a 6-6 season, and everybody's disappointed.
Okay, now here's the thing, though. It's a tough question. Here's why it's a tough question to answer, because all these next 3 games you figure are going to be close. You don't look at it and go loss, loss, loss.
2 fired coach teams next: UCLA and Penn State.
Okay, so what if they lose them all? You're going to a bowl with a chance to be 7-6 again, and you would just say that's not a lot of progress. That's disappointing. The head coach would agree. You'd expect more. Yeah. And how is these injuries going to impact the discussion? That's another thing. If Dylan doesn't play, and Pritchett doesn't play, how much grace is the fan base? Now, take yourselves out of it. How much grace will the fan base show? Usually not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're a little more willing to now than they were in past years, for whatever reason.
Because what's the other option?
Yeah. So what I would suggest when you ask me that is the standards have dropped.
Yeah.
We didn't let Bo Pelini off the hook, and he was winning 10 games.
Yeah, he was fired for other reasons, though.
I know, but when he was down to number 3, we weren't saying, "Oh God, he's down to number 3. We can't expect him to win." I think if we do that now, it's just another example of us sort of even us allowing standards to drop.
Bo was fired, though, not for wins
We're
and
not
losses.
talking about firing Bo. We're just talking about you weren't saying, well, they're
because
down.
Nebraska's talent was better back then.
You're
They
down
had
to
better
10.
talent under Bo Pelini's teams. They had better talent in that era.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Ten was not the Big Ten of what it is now.
The
Big Ten was not winning national
I'm not
championships.
as willing
in that
just
era.
to say, they don't have their quarterback, they can't win. You don't do that at other schools. Don't do that. Other fan bases don't do that. It just sounds weak. You have a scholarship quarterback. Hell, people are calling for Latif to replace Raiola.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I think you kind of were doing that a little bit.
I was never. Come on, get the hell out of here. 42-13 Minnesota guy.
I mean, we can't. I don't want to hear this. Easy, Sean.
You tried to rope-a-dope me on that.
I did. But I don't want to hear, hey, man, play Latif, and then say, well, you can't win with Latif.
Latif was a 4-star. Let's not act like he's like some scrub that just showed up during walk-on tryouts. Like, he's a guy that they think can be the future of this team. He was a beat out Jalen Gramstad. Like, they can win with him.
He definitely can run it.
Better hope he can.
We got some more to get through, guys. So let's fire through here. It's 1:12.
Is it 1:12?
You're on Cranium. You're like,
I feel good.
You're like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm straight up.
I feel strange.
You're gonna work out. You're gonna go to Planet Fitness. Are they open 24 hours there?
No.
Oh, they're not.
Not on the weekends.
They should be.
Yeah.
All right, Juan Camacho. I can't believe we all put ourselves through this.
I know.
We deserve better. Enough excuses. Win out or pay us NIL to keep supporting. One day we will be great. Thank you, Juan.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I love the fans that keep.
Ira.
God, what a crowd tonight.
Ira. To all the bench Dylan people, where are you now? What will we do this offseason to shore up this putrid run defense? Simple needs to field a punt.
Sean, I'm not fielding a punt. Hey, what do they do? What do they need to do to shore up that run defense? It's a good question.
Get some size. Portal.
And then some of these guys will develop.
And you hope all these redshirt freshmen and sophomore and true freshmen that are playing a lot of snaps right now take that next step.
Yeah.
That's what
you hope guys like Keona Davis take a next step. Williams Winery takes the next step. Pet Shock. Those guys.
Van Poppel.
All those guys.
Just try to say Amelia Yava.
Amelia Yava. Hey.
You guys are just saying vowels.
Sean. Are they going in the portal to get a lineman, you think, or two?
They got to at this point. The money situation, though, and how they it's going to be interesting. There's a lot to it because if they don't win like people want to close the year, but I did hear once Rhule signed his contract, it kind of led to a real strong push of support behind the scenes. So Big Sipples, not to be confused with another similar word. Nebraska played.
Sean, you're out of control.
Oh, that's what he's going for.
All right, Nebraska.
Big Sipples.
Yeah, got it.
Nebraska played the first half nearly perfect. Defense played well enough to win.
Okay.
Offense played scared without Dylan. EJ can't do it by himself.
Right.
Brooke comes in. We met you tonight, Sip. You are the best.
That's Brooke.
It's an honor to meet you, and we appreciate everything you do. XOXO, Clay, Haley, Brandon, and Brooke.
That's who I met. I walked kind of back this way with them. Super good fans of you guys. Big fans of you guys.
Well, thank you, Brooke.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brooke.
All right, let's go to Scott.
They're
Not
great.
the result I hoped for on my 53rd birthday. Crowd is electric. Losing Dylan was too much to overcome. EJ is a dog. Proud to be a Husker. Maybe the blackjack table will be nice to me. Love the show and work you do. Thank you, Scott.
Well, thanks,
Happy
Scott.
birthday. 53.
Happy
birthday, birthday.
Go clean up at the tables.
Wonder if is that Warhorse, you think?
Probably.
Shout out.
Depends on where they're going. Are they back at Council Bluffs?
Maybe back at CB.
Back in the Bluffs.
Columbus at Harris, Grand Island.
Could be.
I mean, they could be any of them.
Yeah, they got a lot of options these days.
Danny, proud of the boys. We held SC to 200 yards below their season average. Dylan Raiola goes down. Pritchett goes down. Latif is very capable. Don't love the 1 yard out route to Luke over the back shoulder, taking the body away from the play. Use Heinrich Harburger and Nelson for that. Yeah. Carter Nelson's just been, I don't even think he's played a snap.
Yeah, I know.
We actually saw more of Caden Echternock tonight as more of kind of your wham blocker. In fact, I can tell you, Echternock played 6 snaps, which, in a game like that, he played 10% of the plays.
Carter Nelson did not get in the game as a tight end.
I'm looking at the final snap counts here.
I don't think he played one play.
Carter Nelson did not play one
Never
play.
saw the field.
What's going on?
Keelan Smith played 1. Nelson Mackay played
That
2.
baffles me.
Mosey only played 3.
Is he just going to be like caught in no man's land where they just don't know what to do with him?
Carter Nelson.
Yes, the talent is there. So why can't he play?
Well, I don't know.
We don't see practice, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Willie D 411. Got to go for it on 4th and 1. You go up 15 points in the third, and USC has to step away from the run and pass, and the game changes.
Not a bad point.
Rhule needs better game management all around.
That's a decent point. Would they have stuck with the run? Would they have got edgy about that? That's a good point. Now, if you get down 21-6, does Lincoln Riley say, "No, hey boys, we got to go. We got to go. We got to throw.
Yeah,
we got
I
to
think
throw."
inherently it does to a degree.
Yeah,
maybe not completely.
Wonder how patient he would have been in that situation.
Right. All right, Brandon. I met Mr. Sip on the walk back to our car. Smell the beautiful Mando. All NU fans know why we lost. Your show has helped our friend group stay close across many states and countries. Well, we appreciate that.
Brandon, thank you. And thanks for the 20 smackaroos.
It's crazy, though, to think about this show. Like, for decades, our main job was to write a story and work on it for like 3 hours. Mm-hmm. Now we write a story and work on it for about an hour.
Yeah.
And then we come and talk to you for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we find that we connect and engage with more Husker fans doing it like this than the old way.
Yep.
And this is the way I think a lot of Husker fans want to consume post-game content.
Yeah, I think so. It's working.
So we enjoy it. Thank you
very
very
much. And we appreciate everybody.
Seth comes in 20 seconds between plays in the 2-minute scenario. Eagles bad. Robin brought that up earlier.
Agreed,
Robin was grousing in the press box, and I totally agreed. 3:27 left, ball on your 4, and there wasn't much urgency. They're huddling. It wasn't so much the huddling that bothered me, was not really getting to the line all that fast.
Yeah, guys are just kind of walking.
Yeah. It's like the first quarter.
Yeah.
Supreme Cash. Unfortunate Dana went vanilla with TJ. The loss stings, but I'm not upset with this as Minnesota and Michigan. We needed bigger linemen on both sides. We'll be in LA for UCLA. Short drive from San Diego. Go
Sweet.
Big Red. There's going to be a lot of red in LA next week.
Now, this isn't a loss like Minnesota. It's not. It's still a gut punch because of the scene. It was all set up.
Of what it could have been.
Yeah.
Chad Wagner, Jalen Gramstad should be QB number 2. NAIA Heisman winner, a lot of college experience. I would have been a little bit more reliable. He'd been more of a reliable game manager for the W. Embarrassing. Yeah, I got the. I mean, we've gotten the sense that they've moved on to Latif number 2 really in August. Like, we saw it right away. Like, at that open practice, you could already see, yep, this guy is trending to be number 2.
Yeah, and it might be a matter of trying to keep him around too. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was a conversation to even put Gramstad. I mean, it was Latif. That was the guy.
Latif is intriguing because of his speed, and he runs it like a running back. They've said. Going forward, he has to be able to execute downfield throws. You can't have a quarterback that can't do that, or you're.
You got to run like
you won't be anybody good.
A play concept where there's multiple routes that he can choose from.
Bam.
Not just a single read fade.
Right. Exactly. No, that's exactly right.
That's why they got to figure it out with Dylan as fast as they can this week, because he needs reps. First team reps.
Mm-hmm. Hey, freshmen can operate. The Pitt quarterback is a true freshman.
Yeah, Dylan did it last year.
Right. Exactly. It can happen. Don't make excuses for him.
All right, we got more to get through, but again, we're brought to you by Zipline. Hopefully you're enjoying a Zipline with us. Going to Zipline tomorrow. They have brunch in Fallbrook. Great brunch menu. Great place to watch games. Husker volleyball's on tomorrow as well against Oregon.
The palate cleanser of Nebraska volleyball.
Oh,
You always can count on them to just easy breezy 3-0 sweep.
the palate cleanser is an interesting.
But going to Zipline, thanks to Zipline for sponsoring us here as the official beverage sponsor of the show. We're also brought to you by Gametime. And guys, you're looking for tickets. You were looking for them tonight. You might be looking for Nebraska basketball coming up down the road. They open on Monday night. You might want tickets for the game for Nebraska football against UCLA in the Rose Bowl Stadium on Saturday. Download the Gametime app. They make it so easy for you to find great tickets. I was looking through the Gametime app. I had friends looking for tickets for tonight's game, and was able to point out a couple good options that made sense. I love how they show you the pricing differences and kind of tell you what's a great deal, what's priced very, very reasonably. As you can see, the highlighted tickets with the green stars are a very good price point on there at Gametime on the app. So download that app, and when you pick your seats on there that you want, it will show you what your view is going to be in the venue you're buying it. It's not just football tickets, obviously. It's all things, concerts, games, whatever. They've got it all on Gametime. Use the promo code ON3, and you're going to get $20 off your purchase with Gametime. First purchase on that Gametime app. Again, promo code ON3. Thanks to Gametime. Get on there, download the app, get your tickets for the UCLA game, Nebraska basketball, whatever event you're looking for. Thanks to Gametime, sponsoring us here on HuskerOnline Postgame Live. MT, Nebraska just looks so flat on defense, poor scheming wise.
Did that one again.
Oh,
That's number 4.
So-
So big horse.
they're not
okay.
clearing off my cash. I have no idea why. And I haven't talked.
Were
for
they
a while.
flat on defense?
I've done that one 4 times.
Really wanna
Megan,
hammer
get it
that
off
one
there,
home.
please. It's showing up on the queue because it's
That's
one of the
right.
early
It's
game
fine.
ones. I've done it 4 times. Sorry.
Just want to reiterate they were flat on defense.
Just do it a
Just want to
fifth
circle
time.
back to this one.
You're like, Sean, you've done that one 4
MT makes a
times.
great point here.
Mr. Mitchell Jr. Gaming. Why my heart aches from this loss. That was the most complete we've looked all season. Growth takes time, but you can feel it building every week.
Yeah, I hesitate on the complete when you give up 200 yards rushing.
And he threw for 91.
Yeah.
Your starting quarterback before he got hurt.
Complete. Don't drop the standards too low there, MT. Sean, help me out.
Yeah.
Complete game?
No, I mean,
No. I'm not doing that.
it was a solid game with lost opportunities.
Yeah.
They had opportunities, but you don't beat a coach making $10 million a year by just backdooring it. You got to win the game.
Right.
Like Lincoln Riley's making what, 10 million plus a year. You don't just beat him
11 million.
by luck.
Right.
Like you've got to beat him.
Yeah.
Like you can't just trick your way into winning. You got to win the game.
Yeah. Now somebody's going to have to, you can talk me down from this, but I'm not going to forget giving up 200 yards on the ground to USC. Now, Rhule might go to the podium on Monday and wax poetic about some reason they gave up 200 yards rushing, but it's going to be hard to convince me that that's okay somehow. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, I don't think you can do it.
No.
That's why I'm not saying complete game. And you threw for 98 yards. Nebraska threw for 98 yards. It's a pass first team. No, that ain't a complete game. That was not a complete game.
All right, Trevor, all-time embarrassing loss. Sean, they coach scared. Robin is the only reasonable voice on the show.
You hear that?
Sean. That's
I'll let
Sean.
you read all the commercials, and I can just sit back and
No,
chime
easy,
in
easy.
for an hour and see how it goes.
Sean, come on.
No, David comes in. Is Robin actually a wet blanket?
See, goes back and forth.
Not taking advantage of the INT in the defense. 4th down stop at midfield hurt. All right. Chloe says, Sean, turn down your mic. He's yelling at me.
I think we got that fixed.
That was at 12:30.
Yeah.
It's been an hour
Hopefully-
ago.
Hopefully it's better.
Should I go read that other super chat one more time?
Yeah. What's MT have to say about it?
Defense is flat.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that. Cody, I think we overall played well. Raiola going out was a huge blow. Anytime you have your starter go out, it's hard to overcome.
Oh boy, just
Thank you,
keep
Cody.
just keep moving.
Brody Burney. Step back and think about where Nebraska has been as a program. On that 4th and 1, we have everything to gain as a program and nothing to lose at that point.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
It's the type of moment we need. Instead, we lay down.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Brody.
I know. I mean,
I'm with you.
Were they going to really call the play? Or were they going to always call the timeout? That's what I'd love to know. Because Rhule made it sound in the post game like they were going to call the timeout.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get him to jump.
this is going to be the debate a lot of the week next.
My theory is
week.
if you burn your second timeout, you've already put yourself behind the sticks. I would like to see more aggression there.
And I'll tell you, as an older guy, I always hesitate to do the second guess thing because it's just low hanging. But on the other hand, that's what we have to do. I'm starting to that take by that person kind of swayed me. I mean, at some point, you just got to say, Jesus, we got to get a win here. We got to close something out. Now, you're not closing out a win there, but at 21-6, if that's what it becomes, then you're in.
Were they going to take the 5-yard penalty and just punt it, possibly? Or were they always going to burn the timeout and not run the play?
No, I think the fact that you were on the cusp of field goal range, you don't take the penalty. So I think they were going to call the timeout regardless.
Football's changed. Like I remember, like Lovie Smith and like Kirk, they would punt from the 34.
Yeah. Football's changed. Coaches are going for it more in that situation than ever.
Analytics.
The stat guys tell you to go for it.
Yeah, more than ever, they're going for it. They are.
Do you remember that when Lovie like punted from the 33 or something?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it's changed. Rob's pretty staunch on this. I'm becoming more. You're swaying me a little bit.
And
probably.
I do think it just goes back to the momentum, and you had it still, even with the injury. Like if you get that first down, I think all of a sudden things maybe settle down a little bit for TJ. You can lean on Emmett a little bit more. And if nothing else, you're putting yourself closer to where you're not kicking a 52-yarder. You're kicking a 43-yarder.
All right, guys, I got several more, and we're almost at 90 minutes. So do you want to talk on every one sip, or should I get through them? Or should I read that one for a 5th time?
Go ahead. Yeah. Just chime in with MT.
Easy over there.
I'm just being in 41-13. Was it 41?
42-13.
42-13, even worse. TJ Lateef. What's wrong with you? Cranium.
Yes.
Big Red Chef,
I feel good.
1733. October 19, 2024 was the last time an opponent of Nebraska was called for an offensive holding penalty. I didn't see anything tonight that was like egregious. Did you?
No, last week though, there was like guys getting tackled on the edge.
Yeah, I didn't see
that they
anything.
didn't call. But wait a minute, didn't the guy get called for a holding penalty last week?
I don't remember.
The tackle, it like negated a touchdown or something, or like
the Northwestern guy got called on the edge. So
that stat is incorrect.
Yeah,
our esteemed fact checkers.
He had tackled Guthrie.
Yeah. Right.
Samuel comes in. Sip, your friend Jerry Gennardo says, I told you so.
Gennardo.
I can't stand him. Glad to beat the spread. Sell me on winning 2 more games this year so I can climb off the ledge. Go Big Red and don't take don't
sub out the jack.
Yeah.
Willie, what are the odds Dylan comes back next week? We've kind of hit on that. We'll get a better idea Monday from Rhule, but probably not till Tuesday.
That's a good one.
And I'm just going to tell you what they're going to say on Tuesday and what they're going to say on Thursday.
What?
It's going to be a game time decision.
Yep.
See how he responds.
I think so, yeah.
Because if nothing else, you want UCLA to prepare for 2 different types of quarterback.
Oh, yeah. That would
There's
be
some gamesmanship going to happen.
Oh, yeah. They'd be really wise to do that.
With an interim coaching staff.
Because preparing for Dylan and preparing for Lateef, those are
very
different projects.
I'd be kind of disappointed if they didn't do it.
But we could get the back-to-back Polynesian quarterback matchups. I mean, it's pretty cool. Maeva, Raiola, Emiliaviava, and Raiola. I mean, it could be a big game on Fox next week, 8 o'clock. Demon Gaming, night game at UCLA, another mobile quarterback with a ground game at Penn State on their senior night. We don't know if it's a night game yet, while they'll need the last 2 wins for a bowl game, possibly. Then Iowa, that defense and the run game, 0-4 November. Let's hope not.
The head coach of Nebraska has a big stretch here.
Mhm.
It's a big. You want growth. You're just looking for growth.
And an 0-4 November is not growth.
Right.
Go Big Red for Life 35. Are we cursed? A 29 loss record against ranked teams is generally remarkable. Genuinely remarkable. Do you guys believe in curses?
I don't. I don't believe in curses, and I don't believe in like a pitcher that has a no-hitter saying to him, you have a no-hitter, and automatically that white. I don't believe in any of that. I really don't. It's what I believe in is not allowing a team to rush for 200 yards on your home field. That's what I believe in. Okay.
Chris, I disagree with the 4th and 1 call. Michigan, NU wasn't moving the ball. The distance was in Cunanan's range. Kick it against Michigan. Today,
Okay.
NU was moving the ball. The distance was not in Cunanan's range. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm coming around to go.
I don't like 52 yards in cold weather.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you lose a few yards just in the cold.
Yeah.
And Cunanan's range, man, I'm telling you, like I think you got to start thinking about that with some of these longer field goals. Like when you get past 40 yards, he struggled.
The game manager criticism of Rhule is, I think, largely merited. He does a lot. He does a lot of great things as a head coach. He's not a particularly good game manager. That we've seen a lot of instances of it.
All right, Cameron comes in. I need someone to step up and give us a $40 million roster. This fan base is too damn good to be subjected to constant disappointment.
What do you think the roster is right now?
Well, I would say this tonight. USC has one of the highest priced rosters in college football, one of the 10 highest probably.
And they weren't.
And
they weren't appreciably better than Nebraska.
No.
They weren't.
And I guarantee you Nebraska's roster is probably more than Indiana's. If you're being really honest, it probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, Indiana doesn't have the money Nebraska has.
No, you wouldn't think so.
No, they don't.
They got Cuban. That's the thing that people always got to throw at
They've
you.
got an influence.
got
Yeah, but
Mark
they
Cuban.
didn't go out and buy like frontline portal names. I mean, they got the quarterback, obviously, but
Mendoza.
it's not like they did what Oregon did.
No.
And they beat Oregon.
Yeah, you can win big without $40 million roster. You can.
Can you compete for a championship without that much of a roster?
Well,
Indiana is maybe the exception to the rule, but everybody else is in that conversation.
Vanderbilt.
Just lost.
But I'm just saying, like Missouri, I mean, there's teams that are doing just fine. They're in the conversation.
Right.
I mean, SMU beat Miami today.
Right.
Frank Bradley, thank you. Chris, overall good performance by NU. It's too bad Raiola was hurt. TJ did his best and has a bright future. Maybe a different if Raiola stays in the game. Mike, how many fans next week at the Rose Bowl? I bet 20,000. Scott's Tots took Sip's advice last week and came to the game from Texas with my nephew, Adrian Bo Martinez. He ships to Navy boot camp Monday. Give him a shout out.
All right.
Thank you for your service.
Let's go, Bo.
Yes, Bo.
Mr. Mitchell, not to dampen the mood even further, but have you guys looked at next year's schedule?
I
Comparable
did.
to Wisconsin's schedule this year.
I did. I did last night. It's funny you asked. I don't know why I was looking at stuff last night. It's rugged. So there it
The
is.
dates aren't out yet, but yeah, it's 5 Big Ten road games.
Indiana, Ohio State.
The road trips are Illinois, Iowa.
Back to back.
Scroll down, Megan, please. There, at Michigan State, at Oregon, at Rutgers. I'm going to say right now, between Illinois and Rutgers, that's going to be a Friday. One of those two, right? Could be.
Yeah. That's a rugged schedule.
Yeah.
Rhule got that contract done. That's probably good. That's
Just in time.
it's a little rugged.
Let's see. Gabe. God dang, Gabe, you're on a heater. I seen that Dylan hurt his leg, needs to ice it. That was at 1:15 a.m. Let's see.
Dylan Raiola.
Okay.
Chris, how many games do we win of the remaining 3? I don't know. It's hard to say. They're all going to be one score. They're all going to be close.
Yeah, I could see 2-1. It's hard to see 3-0. I could see 1-2. I don't want to see 0-3.
No, nobody does.
Right.
Come on. I mean, I hate when how many get. I mean, like we're not going to say they're going to lose them all, like because they shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't.
I mean, they got a head coach with a $71 million buyout protect. I mean, like you're invested to win, you win.
I think they're capable of winning all three, but they're also capable of losing all three. And hopefully
makes it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost by 4.
Right. See, that's the thing. I will say that. I'll give them grace in that regard. We all picked USC to win.
The 3 of us picked USC.
Right.
I picked USC to win by 4.
So we're not sitting here surprised. We are sitting here a little disappointed.
Because USC didn't play all that great in some areas.
Yeah, right.
They ran the ball great.
Yeah, they weren't great, though.
Their defense was okay.
And I should do a better job of giving Nebraska credit. They did seem to get in the head of Maeva. Maeva seemed out of whack. Maybe the crowd contributed to that. He was 9 for 23. I thought early he just looked out of whack. Kind of settled in a little bit, and then he started to run the ball really well.
All right, Willie comes in. Why did we not go for a 4th and 1? We've hit on that. Mike comes in. Thank you, Chris. Again, do we have a chance at a ranked team against Iowa? Iowa will probably be ranked coming. They might be.
There's a matchup problem there, guys. You know that, right? We talk about this little offensive or defensive line Nebraska has. Iowa has 2 potential All-Americans up front on offense. They're a bulldozer up front on offense.
USC can run the ball.
Right.
Look out.
Sean, that's a scary.
And they like to run the stretch run.
Right.
Which requires edge discipline.
Oh.
Which guess who doesn't have great edge discipline at times?
God almighty.
All right, let's go to MT. Nebraska just looks so flat on defense, poor scheming wise. Sorry.
Thanks, MT.
For old time's sakes, wanted to get that one in one more time. Oh, we got 2 more left. Demon Gaming. Rhule is 1-8 in November at Nebraska. How can he turn it around? After the Michigan and USC game, I see a ton of fans at the game ready to give up. I saw a place that was pretty electric today.
I did too.
It was deflating, no doubt, but it's not like they got completely run off the field.
No, they didn't.
They had a chance to win.
Yep.
And our last super chatter, Patrick, appreciate you guys keeping us awake and alert on the drive back to Kansas City. Must win next week. See you in Pasadena. Save me a spot at the steakhouse.
Okay. Yeah, enjoy that drive back home, and I'm glad you're going to LA. I mean, I think Nebraska's in a good frame of mind. The guys seem that way. And to close this, I would say, I mean, they lost by 4. It's not a crushing loss like that. It's just deflating. Crushing, not
you lose to Michigan, you come back and beat Michigan State. You lose to Minnesota, you come back and beat Northwestern. So they've responded to losses well this season. Now they got to do it again.
Yeah.
And we're going to Arroyo Chop House in Pasadena.
What's it called?
Arroyo.
Okay.
Arroyo.
Sounds good. So I want to make sure I get that straight. This is a deflating loss, not crushing.
Correct.
A lost opportunity.
That's what it was.
I mean, you were staged up.
But how they finish the rest of the month will define just how significant this loss actually was.
Staged up, and that's you talking about the blackout. What a beautiful scene.
Night game, November.
Wow. That blackout.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
It was way better than I didn't want to I don't know. I thought it was kind of getting blown out of proportion a little bit, but then seeing it was awesome.
I mean, how many times do you get USC to leave LA to come into Lincoln, Nebraska in November?
I know.
For a night game.
I know.
That's cold.
Right.
I mean, it was there.
Yeah,
it was
there.
all there.
USC was kind of slow out of the gate, probably because of maybe that cold. They, like you said in the press box, they sit around all day, then they walk out in that cold.
I saw somebody in our board. They held their walkthrough on the top of the parking garage of the Graduate.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And they didn't come in till Friday. They didn't. I mean, they had some stuff get here Thursday, but I guess their team didn't arrive till Friday. So, all right, guys. Well, good show. Big week ahead. Off to LA next week, but we'll be back with the Husker Online show on Tuesday. For Steve Sipple, Robin Watson, I'm Sean Callahan. Thanks again to our beverage sponsor, Zipline here, and for joining us here on Husker Online Post Game Live.